we think in these ways and we act and live in these ways that are separate. They're very concrete. Oh, now we're in the South, now we're in the West, we're in the North, or we're doing our job, or we're giving love or service. And the water comes so specifically to remind us of our wholeness, that there is no separation. And what a beautiful guardian to so often come. I'm trying to figure out where the zing, zing, zings are.
Just a little.
Okay. The zing, zing, zings. We were somewhere in the zing, zing, zings. Okay. Yeah. I think so. If not, we'll hear it and we'll work with it at any rate. So, before that we step so fully into the water time, and thank you, water beings, for coming and giving us the grace that you so very often do when it is time to gather and to pray our living prayer of breath with intention, to recognize each other, to narrow our focus and intent, and shoot a straight arrow. Let's just take a deep breath. Recognizing how the mind comes online when we say the words, take a deep breath. And the power of resting in the emptiness, the emptying of the breath. Let's allow that cycle a couple of times. And if you choose to, close your eyes. Let's come in for just a second. Allowing the breath to regulate. Emptying just a little bit more, so that we may be inspired naturally with a fuller breath. Take this moment of just conscious awareness of yourself to settle in the next layer of arrival. Maybe a sigh or some audible sound. Maybe there's a wiggle or a giggle or a jiggle or something that needs to happen to just slough off some of the morning business, traffic, or what we're going to attend to later on, and arrive. And if your eyes are closed, before that you open them, I invite you to allow them to rest on your own body first, through the lens of gratitude. And then to consciously begin, when you're ready, to take in what is around you with this softer layer of vision. Good. We've arrived. Directionally, I invite anyone who wants to stand for the calling of the directions or to find it in your own being, wherever that is. I'm going to give kind of a quick, generally in this direction, is our eastern ones as we walk the wheel. Eastern ones, come and lay your blessing here. We childlike nature, pure. Allow there to be an awakening of pure spirit. Thank you, grandmothers, grandfathers, elements of the air, angels, guardians, gatekeepers, all of the East. Yes. Aho mitokoyas. And so it is. And we turn to the south and light the fire in the belly. Oh. And we turn to the south and light the fire. Oh, 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 oh. Brilliant beings of the southern gate, Coyote, shape-shifting grower from seed to fruit. Come, illumine our prayers, illumine the grove we share. Thank you, grandmothers, grandfathers. Aho. Lead us to the well. Lead us to the well and wash away all illusion of separateness. Let us dip our toes. Let us dip our toes in. Beloved ancestors, grandmothers, grandfathers, angels, gatekeepers, all of the western winds, thank you for coming. Again, your turn of the wheel is so near. Thank you for showing us, reflecting in us where it is that we are ready for a good ending, for a clean cut, a clean death. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Aho. Soft and sweet, soft and sweet northern ones, wisdom keepers, love me, soft our dreams in safekeeping. We come to listen. We come to honor and receive your mana. Angels, guardians, gatekeepers of the north, we call a blessing to activate our dreams in right timing, in right action. Welcome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Aho. And we come and stand centered in ourselves and give honor in the ways of the divine masculine that rise with the sun, that rise in support as caretakers of the ones who can speak up when it is time, to be the ones who can carry the load when it is time, to be way showers, the light of the divine masculine, Pono. And we ask the blessing of the divine Papa to bless this journey, that we may know without a shadow of a doubt when it is time. When it is time to stand. When it is time to speak. When it is time to carry the load. Always and ever present. And to our beloved Mama, the divine feminine. We slow ourselves. We allow spaciousness. So that we come close to you, Mama, to learn to receive this big, beautiful life, to allow your grace into our lives, knowing that there are never too many times to come with either prayer of thank you or help me. We can never come too often to sit in her lap. And to listen and to trust that soft voice within. And know how to be in reciprocity. Thank you, Mommy. Thank you. And in the sevenfold way, we call upon the divine within. The holy whole one. As we walk into the temple and ring the bell of our soul's song with gratitude, with love, with praise, celebration of how far we have come, and the infinite light that we are. with speaking our names as holy, audibly or inside to yourself. And so it is. Aho. Make yourselves comfortable. However that feels right. There are extra cushions and things too, if anybody feels else called to lie down, to rest. Okay, I know I brought a lighter out so that I could light the candle. As we honor the south, the candle is sitting in the superimposed wheel here. Not necessarily technical to the physical directions of our environment, but within its own holographic space. And as we light the candle, the flame of the south, I invite each of you to reflect. Or not so much reflect, but to go ahead and light the fire and let yourselves see clearly what it is that, what were you really striving for at the summer solstice, at the high point of fire this year? What were your big dreams? What were your major things that you planted? What did you bring to fruition? What was the nature of the dream of how you were relating in your life? And how did that go? How did that garden grow? What served? What didn't serve? Let's place a hand on the belly. Because here's the seed of our fire. And I invite you each to really tune in. What was fiery in your nature this year? Right? Feel it, touch it, taste it, hear it. Oof. What name called you in your belly deep and strong? See the fire. Taste the fire. We can all taste that sooty acridness of that powerful element. What went down in flames? What burned? What was magically alive? What lasted through the initial blaze and was still sitting with you as the flames began to come down and gentle a little bit? Who, what was there as that you could approach the fire gently? And how do you relate with that energy now? What do you see in those flames that serves you now? What do you see in those flames that does not serve you now? If we have the opportunity to harness that fire energy, right, so quickly when the tinder is dry, and we strike a match and whoosh, right? As we're still in this bridge now of getting ready to shift from the fire and into the water and the wheel of life, what good ending can we serve with that fire energy? What good ending in the water and the power of water and clean cuts and clean, swift death can we illumine with the fire and purify in the water. So let's spend just a little bit more time with the fire energy. But let's use a little bit of breath to get there and activate it a little bit more. I've spoken the words. And maybe some of you have that tangible, that taste, that feel, that sense, that shape or sound that's living inside you that might look, it looks a little quiet. Can we bring it up a notch? We're going to do a little bit of fire breathing. 2 sharp inhales, 1 big out. The emphasis is on the out. Hold whatever spark that you're clear on of your fire, that you're ready to truly transform as we go into the water. Hold that little spark and let's feed it. Let's feed it some oxygen, some energy. We're just going to cycle for a little bit, regulate your own breath. You know, if it feels too much, slow it down. If you're really feeling like go for it, let's go for it. Okay? And I am going to move the mic out just a little so y'all don't have to hear me breathe super loud. Put your whole body in it. Begin to relax. Empty all of the breath. Witnessing our fire. I invite you to close your eyes if that's a helpful tool for you. To focus. And in the silence, we approach the fire and we cycle through the breath 9 more times. And before you is the full light and blaze of midsummer. The sun at its strongest, all of life coming into full fruit. Our personal and sexual energies at a peak. Reflected in all living things. And from a bright summer's day, we enter a meadow. And at the center, there is a beautiful fire laid and ready. And the power is in your hands. The power of your breath. What you have ignited in your belly, in your being. And you reach forward and light the fire. You hear it crackle and pop, and the smoke come and waft and dance. And what you see at first is wild, consuming. Oh, the dream alive is so, so bright, so overwhelming, and also in the element of the unknown, but reaching brighter and brighter and brighter. And the light of the day grows more and more dim as the fire becomes even more noticeable and a source of our dreaming, our healing, our living. Coming closer to the fire, warmed by it. We begin to see not only what we first brought to the fire in ourselves and in what we give as tender to the fire, but we begin to see pictures, lights, sit within the fire. Allow the bravery that lit the dreams of summer to guide you right into the center of the flame. Perhaps there is something that you are deeply aware of, but you haven't yet allowed yourself to sit in the center of that fire. Witnessing, seeing how you are transformed from your outside to your inside, from your inside to your outside. Allowing our awareness now to come to the edges. Come to the edges of our skin. And feel ourselves now at the edge of the fire. No longer sitting in the center, but coming to the edge and circling the fire. Catching every perspective, each and every bit of the medicine we are meant to see. And feeling how we've grown, even just in this moment of awareness. And take from the fire the fruits of your dreaming, of your labor. Gather them in your arms. Fill your pockets. Drape yourself in the bounty of all that you have experienced. Yes, all. All of the fruit, all of the flower of the season of fire. And circle the fire in gratitude with this tremendous amount of bounty. And in your circling of the fire within the meadow, there's a larger awareness, a different element. You hear the birds and a small laughter, a bubbling. And you begin to move towards it. The soft song of a wood and flowing water. Still feeling the light of the fire. But drawing closer and closer to the water, to the song. You have so much bounty, so much food and beauty. Bring it to the wood, bring it to the water. And feed yourself. Nourish your body. Nourish your heart. Nourish the mind. Eat your fill. And notice what remains. Notice what is ready to be given as a gift at the water's edge. Notice what hard thing falls from your hands. Notice what sweet thing you gently give way of. With just that last little bit of the intimation of fire at our backs and the cool movement of water before us. What will we make a good ending of here at the edge. So softly now the water calls. It calls us to surrender into the all. To surrender into the all, we must let go now of what is good, what is bad, what is this, what is that. And truly surrender into the unknown of just what freedom lies in letting go. And so we step toes in and ankles and knees and legs, thighs and fingertips dancing at the edges of deep, cool, purifying water. Arms and elbows, belly and heart, shoulders and neck, head, crown. And here we have arrived at the gate of mystery. We have walked from the control and the tending of our desires into the waters of letting go. Into the place of reflection, introspection, and within the waters of our sacred selves, we activate this element within each and every cell of our bodies and place there the prayer of our intent. And place there the prayer of our intent. Within the waters of the waters of the waters of the waters, there is none that is separate. What we call animate or inanimate, our sameness is the blessing of the water. May water be our guide in how we may come again and again to the well with an empty cup to fill and empty, to fill and to empty. And from the center of the center now, dip your cup and rise slowly but surely, your face breaking the surface of the water, and your neck and shoulders, heart and hands, belly and hips, knees and ankles. And stand here just for a moment and look down. See your sacred self clearly. And bring this full cup of this moment, bring it to your lips, knowing that you are supported, you are guided. And you are so very powerful. Softly, in the next few breaths, we extend the exhale a little bit more so that we inhale naturally a little bit more. Becoming aware of the air around our bodies, the temperature, the sounds. And this time again, when we do slowly open the eyes, let the gaze first rest on your sacred body. Taking your time. you to bless these bodies, and please bless these heart songs. Pour out your blessings on Pachamama with your wisdom ways. Holy water, precious, sacred water. Oh, holy water, flowing down. I invite you each to make connection with your eyes, with another. You may need to move your seat a little or move around. Make a connection if you choose, and be close enough that you can truly see into each other's eyes. And without words, stand before, sit before, share with this being what you brought to the well. Can you hold the gaze? Can you go a little closer even? And let yourself be seen. Can you pull the veil of separation away now in this wakened state? Can you share through your soul's vision, through your eyes? Can you see and be seen? Because this is the vulnerability of water. This is the unknown. As much as we prepare ourselves for the letting go, there is a surrender that can never be encapsulated in words. And this gift to surrender through the gaze. that's a nice sound. So, after reflecting in your own waters and the beautiful pools, perhaps of another beloved's eyes, if there is something, a sound, or a sharing of words or action that feels right, I believe that this is that time. This one. Hand this back to Jean. I think I can take this thing off now.
Yes, you may.
We still have to close circle, but it feels like it would be nice to, if there is a share that is precious to anyone.
Yes,
that
we'll
close
share
afterwards.
after we say goodbye to our beautiful beings at home.
Oh, yes.
So
okay.
that we can do that now. Thank you, everyone at home.
Mhm.
And now, yes, you can